Hello.
Hey there, everybody.
We
are live, starting our live here in downtown LA with our dear Althea. So Althea is going to join us in a second. Right next to me is beautiful Tevel, and we are having a little conversation today. A conversation with a very gifted, amazing channeler. I'm sorry. And we're just waiting for her to come in so we can just get some light codes.
Yes.
Get some light language going on. Get some of our clearing.
Yeah.
Because we're in a beautiful process of clearing right now. And our world is totally changing around us. We can feel it. Everybody can feel it. Like people are asking questions all the time, and it's so amazing to see. It's so amazing to see how many people looking into their dark spaces, looking into their dark places, and allowing things to
Hi,
shift
guys.
within them.
Hello.
And here's the shift maker.
Hi. So
Hello.
nice to see you guys. Hey, feels like it's been a while.
Oh, it has been a while.
It has been a while, Althea, since we have done something together, and we kind of like
half and half.
trying to fit in here.
Good. We're going into
How's
winter
things
now.
in
So
South
it's getting a little bit
Africa?
cold. We
How you
literally
doing?
had the most intense storm today, which was very beautiful. I felt like it really cleansed the air.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Cleanse the air, right? We're going into summer, so we can't wait. I love summer. So here we are again, Althea, and definitely we left some things unsaid and unexplored last time, and I just want to jump right into it. And you were talking about clearing, and so I'm reminded by our old conversation. Remember we talked about the rituals, Barbara Marciniak, about the full moon and new moon ritual. You were talking about the 9D by Renee, what's her name? Lisa Renee, right?
She might be frozen.
Are you frozen? Did we lose you?
Can you hear us?
Oh, Althea, I need you back. I have questions.
We need answers. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, what do we do?
We will re-accept her.
Let's re-accept her. Let's see what happens.
But in the meantime, hello everybody.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Hello, thank you everybody
Can you
for
hear
joining
me?
us. And we got Althea back.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I
Now
think
we
it's
can
from
hear
the storm,
you.
eh? My internet's been a little bit on and off today, so let's hope that it holds. Yeah,
Let's hope so.
let me actually light.
So,
Let me
little
actually
prayer.
light the candle.
It's gonna hold. Okay, great.
Yeah. I usually, guys, I usually light a blue candle for communication, but I just came off with a client, so I actually haven't had time. So maybe that's why it went off. I think it'll work now that the candle goes on.
It will work, and we'll speak to you about candles a bit later.
Oh,
we have some
okay, well, I'm
exciting
excited
news.
to hear
exciting
it now.
candle story. So before we go there, I wanted to circle back to our last conversation about rituals, and we were talking about the Barbara Marciniak, the new moon and the full moon ritual. You were talking about the Lisa Renee, the 9D activation, meditation, and especially now in this time, is there a specific ritual that you practice on daily basis? Is there something that you do on an occasion basis? Are there rituals here that we can share with our
Yeah,
followers?
I actually do a lot of, I've got a lot of structure. I've got a lot of routine on a daily basis that I follow. I think it's really important to understand that with ritual, it's energy that you're putting back into yourself. So it's not anything that's going on externally. It's like building your own spiritual strength, becoming stronger from an energetic perspective. Because yes, you're doing something which is external to you, but it's actually energy that's circling back to yourself. So I find ritual extremely important. Obviously, everything done without attachment. You don't want to be like, oh my God, like I need to shield or bad things are going to happen to me. You know, you still want to be in a space where even if you do not do your ritual, then you're still okay. For me, I generally start my day with shielding. I'll call in my guides. I speak to my guides constantly, but like I'll speak out loud to them. I find that that really helps because I'm speaking through the throat and I'm anchoring a vibration, a frequency from higher realms into the now. So I'm anchoring it into my reality. It's here, it's now. Guides, please come help me, assist me. You know, there is also the law of non-intervention, which means that if you don't call them, they cannot come and help you because it would be going against your free will. So that's the first thing that I do. Every morning I call in my team. I generally do, my meditation that I do is actually sitting in gratitude. So I sit in gratitude, and you know, I'm just grateful. I think of things that I'm grateful for and I feel it within my heart center. I then do a little bit of movement, like either a little bit of stretching or a little bit of yoga, like maybe like 5-10 minutes. The reason I do that is because we often are clearing in the astral space. And what happens is because you're clearing so much in that space, if you get up and you don't really move through it, things can get stuck in your system. So you can be about your day and suddenly feel irritated or angry, and you just clearing something that was coming through from the astral space. So movement is also very, very important. So that's kind of like, I change it up and I vary, you know, depending on how I'm feeling in the morning. I'll work with candles, I'll work with incense, I work with the 4 elements as well. So that's kind of like what I do on a daily basis. It's so funny because we are in a new moon now. It's between today and tomorrow. So I just thought how aligned it is that we're doing this now. And there's the new moon in Taurus, which is all about grounding yourselves. You know, very earthly, very grounded. So I actually have I've got my tarot decks out and my new moon ritual that's going to come after I'm done with the live.
That's amazing. And what do you do, like a spread for yourself
Yeah,
or for the
so
collective? Like,
I
what
work
is
with, I've got like 7 or 8
your
different
relationship
decks. I
with
usually choose like 2 or 3 to work every new moon and full moon. I do both. I do for myself and then I'll pull 1 card for the collective. It's too much to like, there's too much going on. You know, so it's a good time for me because it's twice a month, new moon and full moon. And then what I'll do is I'll set my intentions. I'll write down what I want to clear and release. I'll burn my intentions from the previous month. And then I'll work with the fire a little bit. I'll work with the incense. I generally sit outside, like even if it's raining, I sit like on my little patio outside and I do a little bit of, and I speak to the actual moon itself. So I follow kind of like intuitively what feels right, but that's kind of like what I do. Yeah.
Beautiful. You know, it feels so right sometimes to do those rituals, especially kind of like you said, for ourselves. It's so important for us because it kind of grounds us. It kind of makes us look into ourselves. It kind of like open up the channels for us to do things for ourselves. And calling on our guiding angels is such a big thing that I started doing lately, and I feel it. I feel it's working. I'm talking to them. Protect me. I'm asking for protection. I'm asking for guidance. So it definitely works. That's amazing. So you did add some things for me, and I love that, and I hope people are getting it because rituals are becoming very, very important for us as part of our um, changing ascension. And this is something that I'm trying to figure out all the time. Because on one hand, we're seeing how everything is being more controlled, how the world is, the 15-minute cities, the, CBDC, the cashless society, etc., etc., etc. We see that food shortages are coming, stopping food supply. Let's eat more
Not in my
insects. Let's
reality.
not eat meat, etc., etc. We can see, not in my reality too, and obviously we're gonna stand up and we're gonna do what's right for us. But with it, we're always waiting for our 5D, for our ascension. Now, how does ascension feel to you in your eyes? How is it going to look? Are we going to be moving into different timelines? Are we going to live in this reality, but still we're going to be different in the way we perceive things and we see things? Because in the end of the day, everything is
I
right
think
here,
it's
right? We
important to
dictate our
understand that,
reality. How
we're
do you
not
see
like
that?
going anywhere. Like we're still going to be here on Earth. You know what I mean? Just like our perception is going to shift. A lot of people are already living in 5D, and maybe they're not necessarily aware of it. Our energy field, our systems, our souls will upgrade, but we still need to be anchored in third dimensional density and reality. The Earth is not going to become fluid. You know what I mean? Like it's still going to be solid. We're still going to have life here. What I've been seeing is, like an economic and wealth redistribution. For some aspects, we're going to go back to the value of precious metals as well. Free water, free electricity, just generally a place that is in a higher vibration, where people are living in that fifth dimensional density vibration, but they're still anchored in the 3D. The 3D is just a concept of the Earth being solid. I think right now we're in a space where we overlap. The 3D and 4D are kind of like over each other. This is why time seems fluid. I do think that we're going to learn how to work with time differently as well. We're going to learn how to manipulate time in a conscious way, and in a way that is productive for us. I do see an integration with the technology as well in a positive way. Technology is part of the evolution. There is no really stopping it. What we're doing now is we're healing Atlantean karma. This is why a lot of people are scared. Oh, the AI, the technology will take over. No, guys, no. We'll be fine. We're moving into a space where we are integrating it. We are clearing that Atlantean karma. We are clearing those old timelines. And so is Mother Gaia clearing it herself. Yes, there are different possibilities, but we've already entered lower tiers of fourth dimension, positively polarized Earth. So we are already going there. Do you know what I mean? Like there's no stopping it. The speed at which we get there is another thing. But I think it's important for people to understand that the 5D is in their own house, in their own experience, in their own home, just being a genuine human, living through gratitude, living through compassion. You're already living in 5D. You don't have to go anywhere. And then the more people start doing it, the more the Earth will become gratitude, love, and compassion. That's kind of like how I see it anyway.
Wow. That is so powerful, because I feel like people have a sort of pessimistic view of our reality now, and they think that ascension is something so far in the future. And I love how you say 5D is already in your house, it's already within you, and I think that's super powerful to just bring that reality into your
Thank you.
world
Yeah,
and
yeah,
into
yeah.
your center. So
That's how
beautifully
I feel,
said.
like even when I do speak, and do my lives and things like that. Yes, I'm aware of what's going on in the world. Please don't think that I'm like, spiritually bypassing and oblivious to tragedy and things like that. But I choose to focus on what is more in a high vibrational frequency. Obviously, like it's important to feel emotions, and you can be sad and angry, and it's okay. But your general trajectory, like, be in a space where you are compassionate, where you are hopeful, where you are in a space of love, where you are heart-centered, and everything else is going to align. If you choose to put energy and focus into something that is of a low vibrational frequency, that's kind of like the reality that you're going to attract in your life. And you don't really want that. Again, no one can be happy all the time. Like that's impossible. And the lesson that's been coming to me on a personal level from my guides, what they've been saying to me is like, be more human. be more human or do more human things, because I work in these spaces so much that sometimes I kind of like struggle a little bit to relate to what it is, you know, to be human. And even people who aren't necessarily on a spiritual path or whatnot, they can still be living in 5D. They can still be good humans with a good heart, you know, in helping and assisting and whatnot. They don't have to be spiritually in tune or understand spirituality or whatnot. They can just be, you know, a good person, and they still be going to 5D and be in that fifth dimensional density vibrational frequency.
So there's no set of rules of, you know, what you need to be to go to the next, to go to the fifth dimension. Meaning that being a good human. But it's interesting because I'm thinking about, you know, I feel that I went through many lives, you know, death and rebirth, and with it, I carry with me as a human being, I carry with me some traumas, some old traumas, some ancestral things that I took upon myself, some patterns, some conditionings that are blocking me on a certain level, that are being like, how do you, what would you say to people of how to go through those ancestral traumas, ancestral conditioning that we carry with us, and sometimes they're not
Yeah, I
even
think
ours.
the
We
answer
just
lies
carry
in the
them with
response.
us.
So when you realize the trigger or the trauma or whatever it is, you take a moment, you pause, and then you respond and react differently. So let's say, I'll just give you an example. This is what I had to clear in my family. It's just like a small thing, but I come from an Italian family and we're very loud. Like, people shout all the time. Like, so I grew up thinking that it's normal to shout, and then I would have these like partners and I would shout at them, and until I realized actually it's not okay to shout at someone. You can speak to them without, you know, having shouting. So I had to clear that programming that came from my family through generations, and now I don't do it anymore, and neither does my child, and I've assisted my family to clear it as well. And you just do it with being grounded, being present, being in the moment, and reacting differently to whatever situation it is that comes through. When it comes to things that are more like, you know, abandonment wounds, you know, feeling safe, feeling secure, and really like understanding that you are supported, you are connected, you are in a space where the universe wants you to succeed. It comes down also to trust and unconditional love for the self, but also trusting that you are always supported. So I think it's kind of a bit of a generic question. It really depends on the trauma that someone has. I think when it comes down to family as well, it's a little bit more difficult because you know, it's people that we have courting and attachments to. But to me, it helped seeing the patterns in my family members, and then through them recognizing it through me, and then correcting it through myself. That's what happened with me, like on like a daily basis. Like, spend time with them, observe your family members, and see what it is that you're picking up from them that that needs to be cleared. And then once you do the earthly ones in this lifetime, then you'll start seeing the ones from previous lifetimes. But you need to go through the ones in the now, in this incarnation first, before you can actually have access to those ones and to the galactic ones and whatnot. So on a practical level, I would say, yeah, like, observe them and see you know, where it is, and where you have picked it up and how you can correct it from that aspect.
I would add to that, because usually the things, you know, you're saying observe, and usually the things that will trigger us with the people around us, parents and siblings, are things that we don't really like about ourselves. So they will always show us like a mirror. It will always be like a mirror. Okay, wait a second. This is, and those are the things that trigger us Those are
Yeah.
the things that we really need
Yes,
to look
exactly. Yeah, we are all
at
mirroring
ourselves.
each other. It's
Do
the
you agree
same in
with
a
that?
relationship, in a union, with friends, with family members. Yes, exactly. When there's something that triggers you, then you need to go in and see, like, okay, why is this triggering me? Why am I having this reaction? What is it within myself that needs to be observed? Is it part of my shadow? Do I need to, look through this or work through this? Yes, for sure, definitely.
Definitely. So we use trigger as a spring, basically, for us to jump back, to say, okay, that's the trigger. What is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where do I see it in me?
Yeah.
Why does it bug me so much? So yeah, that's great. That's great.
And I think just to add to that, I think that a part of our journey in the spiritual community is often love and light, and like what is being a light worker? It's like shining your light and doing good into the world. But oftentimes, we can't always just be love and light, and there is that shadow self that we all have, and like those deep, dark wounds that we don't really want to address, whether it's jealousy or like very low frequency feelings and emotions. And I think that it's super important to talk about it and like recognize it. And I think in the spiritual community, it's often maybe, glazed over, and everybody wants to be their highest frequency self. And that's beautiful. And like encourage that. But, to be that, you have to be in relationship with your shadow self, and like really get into knowing those deep dark places of yourself and coming to accept them instead of like rejecting them. I think that's super important. As part of our mission too, we have a lot of gear that says light worker, but you can't be a light worker without
Yeah, for
doing your
real. You
shadow
gotta be
work, which
real,
I think
hey?
is
Like,
super super
yeah,
important.
you gotta be real. Like, there's not really much, there's no way around it, I think. And I think, yeah, it's a big thing in the community, the spiritual bypassing, the only love and light, the live in this. No, like it's okay to feel anger. It's okay to feel pain. You're human. If you want to lead by example and shine your light, people need to be able to relate to you. They're not going to relate to you if you're living on a high horse and all you're professing is love and light. Yes, be in a space of light and of love and whatnot, but like, I mean, those
Right.
who follow my work know, like, I've pitched up on lives crying. I've been like, they've seen me, through all of them, because it's normal, it's human. Like, we move through emotions, and it's not so much the emotion itself, it's the fact that you can learn to be able to not have attachment to it, understanding that you are not your emotion. Your emotion is moving through you, and it's okay if you spend 2 days crying and you don't know why. It's okay. When you come, it all comes back again to the trust. When you're in a space of trust and you're trusting yourself and you're trusting the process, then really you cannot go wrong. And I think, yeah, it's very important to speak about this, about the spiritual bypassing, because a lot of the time people are going through these shadow periods and these traumatic experiences, like like whether it's like breakups or abusive relationships, or even like death and grieving and whatnot. And then they turn on the screen and all they see is like sparkles and rainbows and unicorns, and they're like, but I'm moving through this. So it's important to keep it real, I think. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that your authenticity like really shows through your videos. And I think that that is why you've accumulated like a following that you have, because you keep it so real and you're just so unapologetically you. And that's what attracted us to, begin our work together with you, Althea. Like we're such huge fans with you, like through and through, like seriously. And I think that you're just like the embodiment of like everything that we stand for as a brand. Like for those who don't know, we are GFL, Galactic Federation of Light Apparel, and we started this brand as a mission to activate people, to spread consciousness, to spread love and light, and to be a part of a movement that's bigger than ourselves. And Althea has been a huge part of this journey with us, and someone who we love dearly. And we're just so appreciative of your
You
light
guys
and
can
your love
make
that
me
you bring
emotional
to
now.
our journey.
I
Yes.
love you too so much. I'm wearing my favorite illuminated top. I actually get stopped quite a lot there when I wear this. I get stopped quite a lot. Yeah. People are like, you know, and yeah, and like all I can say is like the most beautiful and positive things about the clothing line, because it literally amplifies my energetic field. Like I don't really like I don't really take on any kind of like, you know, collaborations or things like that. But with you guys, like, it's so funny how it happened, because I literally saw your website and I was like, oh my God, like I need to connect with these people. And I think like a week later you contacted me. And since I've been wearing your clothes, literally my energy field, my aura is amplified. It's the same concept like when I get geometric tattoos on my body, I get them to amplify my aura and my energy field. Your clothes do the same. You can literally feel the love and the frequency behind it, and the love that has gone into making them, and the process and everything. So yeah, guys, please go check out their website, because, you know, like if you don't know them yet, you should. And also with my code light codes, you actually get a free hat as well if you check out. So yeah, it's been a journey. Like I think we've connected now almost a year.
I
No, it's
think
longer,
so too.
No
Maybe
way.
because I
like
got, okay,
six,
so
7 months. I was gonna double check that.
I'm thinking, because I got one package of clothing from you guys in December of last year when I was in Italy. And I remember because I had to open, yeah, and I'd gotten another one before
Right.
that.
Really?
Well,
So it's,
5 months, yeah.
yeah, yeah. That,
No,
yeah,
no, yeah.
Oh
probably
my
maybe
God! Happy
like a
year
month or so.
anniversary.
This is just starting. This is just the beginning of the relationship.
Oh my goodness. Oh, we have such new exciting things coming. I don't know if you can see because I'm not in
Wow.
focus, but we have our angel numbers collection coming soon. We're gonna be sure to send it to you. As well as Abby, you want to tell her about the candle?
Well, you were talking about candles earlier, and we are working now on finalizing our new candle that's going to be called Ascension, and it's going to be a candle for protecting your energy
Mm-hmm.
and purifying your field. So it's gonna have amazing things like sage, Palo Santo, Himalayan salt, pink salt to protect the energy of the house, and it's just gonna be a beautiful, very sensitive scent that's gonna help you meditate better, purify your energy, purify your space, and protect your space. So this is the next thing that we're gonna have coming. It's gonna be
Yo,
ready in
I'm
the
so
next few
excited,
weeks,
guys. I'm
and you're
so
gonna be one of the first ones to get one. Yeah.
Oh, as well as we are going to start this campaign, and I want to get your thoughts on it, but it's going to be called the Lightworker Project. And what we're going to do is, you know, our affiliates as well as anybody who's involved in our movement is going to hopefully like in our gear, but like not even that's not even essential, but it's going to go to places where, you know, there's dark energy, or maybe certain buildings, maybe certain like vortexes, maybe places that they feel is like just in need of some light, and going there and taking a video of yourself either doing light language or meditating there or bringing light to that space. And it's going to be huge, and we're so excited. We're actually going to do one next to the Hollywood sign, and we're going to be the first, and we're going to bring light to that area. And it's a super dark area, and we're gonna start this thing off, and we're so
Yeah.
my whole
excited.
We're
system is like
excited about
activating,
it.
saying yes, yes, yes.
Yes, definitely yes. Because in the end of the day, there's a lot of places that need light, that need people to come with the intention of bringing their light.
Mhm.
And we know that there's a lot of dark entities in this world. There's a lot of dark areas. There's a lot of dark spaces.
Yeah.
But we're the collective. We are larger than that. And the minute we're going to go and bring our light with an intention, things are going to shift. Mm-hmm. So things are shifting already, and now we're going to take it to the next level. So we're starting that project with people wearing our gear or not, but bringing light
kind of what
to
I do when
certain
I go to
areas
events.
that they
So
feel
when I go to
needs
like
light.
big events with there's like a big crowd of people, what I do is I'll get told to stand in a specific position. I'll open channel. My whole body becomes kind of like one big chakra. And what I do is I take in low vibrational frequency, whether it's like thoughts, emotions, entities, and whatnot, and I clear them and I send them up and I send them into the light. And then I work my way around the group of people. So that's how I have been told to work in the past few years. So I get sent to these like places, whether it's like events or there's generally also ley lines as well. So there's energy coming around too. I've worked with colleagues as well. So like both of us channeling, I've worked with partners. So it's quite interesting to see how that works and how you guys are getting obviously the call to do it in a similar way as well, because it's how I've been working too. So that's very, very cool to hear.
Yeah. So yeah, we would like your light code blessing on a, we're waiting for that. You know, this is always one of the things that for me always awaken ancient things in me. Every time you do your light code, it's just like reminds me something that I forgot. You know, something that is here somewhere in the back that
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
yes. So
You ready?
we're ready.
Okay. Close your eyes and start anchoring into your body as you find a comfortable breathing rhythm. We letting go, we releasing the opening. Pull in divine light, divine rays, anchoring, anchoring, anchoring. Anchoring, 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 anchoring into systems, opening, 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 grounding, 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 more light, more light, more light. Ratukura triasira tikina ratria takara. Narai maratroa ye shiroa tieta kria tek ora tra siet kanukura tra triani shena takira takri. Yot oet na ria tra isien, more light, more rays, anchoring, anchoring, anchoring. Anchoring, 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 anchoring rainbow rays coming in, anchoring, anchoring, more light, 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 more codes of knowledge coming in, opening, 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 opening structures to more knowledge, more understanding of self, clean, releasing, 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 releasing old patterns, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. Letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, opening, opening, opening. Detangling, decoding, clean, releasing, 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 releasing. Opening in the heart center, Kiaro, Naya, Shira, Takra, self-love, self-trust, codes of understanding of self coming in, anchoring, 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 upgrading, upgrading systems, upgrading structures, opening blueprint, Kiaro, Tukumra, Sira, Tikara, Tia, Nat erot kura sira ta 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 tia ishenataka time ratri kuro tria sira tekina ratria tekara trua trieta kri nra nrei ate sot ono to kura tran riam rei mrei 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 ater aishira takra letting go letting go letting go. Letting go, letting go, letting go. Okay, we're clearing timelines, clearing, releasing, 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 releasing. I'm going to do a little bit of soul fragment retrieval now, clearing, releasing, 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 releasing old patterns, opening, 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 calling in, calling in, calling in. Soul fragments, activating, activating, activating. Activating, 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 activating neon. Anchoring, anchoring, anchoring. Anchoring, 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 more rays coming in, anchoring, 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 aurora rays coming in, pushing through, pushing through, pushing out, pushing out, pushing out all that doesn't serve you, anchoring, 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 opening, 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 opening to more light coming in, anchoring, 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 Okay, integrating quiero kumrasiera ya tria siero atia tiana takiara takra kra 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 krai 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 siera takrek triati kumrate koro tria tiena ia ishero tokra balancing structures yo peripheral quiero tokora isia naya te akiara isiera ta creatic ara activating. This is going to bring some of your psychic gifts online. Opening. More light coming into the third eye, expanding through the cranial structure. Trai nariatic umra siero cura itira ishara tierra ta creatic ara tera tre. Na rataki are atero uisera Tiata crec oro to kumratrea sierata cri atreina reatia tiari shirata cra. Okay. Ishono to kumre na chirai sierata ka. Na takrasiero to kunara isirate kraya tre tie shenataka ntai kier maratro roa siera takratri etakri atek orotik ana yeshera tiana takra na niata krasi nae na sharatiera tasiera takra. As we stay in a space of love, compassion, understanding, as we open, we expand into more light, into more rays, into more divine understanding of self, universal knowledge coming in, anchoring more codes, activating structures, connecting synapses, opening. Okay, I'm clearing the circulation now. I'm doing work on the nervous system. Some of you have really overworked your nervous system, guys. Tuning systems, calling in divine rays, anchoring, clean, releasing, let it go. Takoro ichena taka. Dai shirata kirata kra. Okay. I'm just gonna put some shielding and then close off. Takoro ia shirata krieno kumaratria isirata kratro tria shirata kara isirata ra nara yeto kuna niasie karo atiatere otokumra sirata kra. Raya ero kunaya tarasiera kai nara ichera taka nai matera tieto kora triatric ria tre utkai nara tre oisietani at murra takratu kura traisierat ero kunara isara yatakra na ishera taka. Okay. Narat kuratarak rat ukuratak rat unya si raka ri raya rak naraisia ush rati kiaret araisia na raisietak anaisietak okay. You can see anchor back into your body. Ooh, and ground back into the now, into the moment. Oh, sorry guys, I'm just gonna burp a little bit while I keep on clearing. Feeling.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's always stronger live.
Wow.
Eh? Like you can watch the videos
Super
and
powerful.
see the replay, but when you have it live, like it's strong, eh?
I was burping in the beginning too. I don't
Clearing,
know
hey?
if you heard.
Yeah. Tell me something, Althea. Do you feel that the light codes, the language, was at a certain point a language, or you feel it's just
So
like an
it's a bit of
activation
both. So
on a
it depends. Like when I do
vibrational
like the
level?
I'm channeling technology. That's how I understand it. So it's kind of like technology activations and upgrades. It's a language, but it's a language as an expression of vibration and frequency. So it cannot be translated verbatim how our English language would be translated, if it makes sense. And then you'll have different like phonetic frequencies of it and different like sounds and shades to it. Like it's happened to me to hear someone speak a different light language and then I'll start speaking it as well. Then sometimes you'll have actual beings, I'll channel actual beings that come through me and then that's their light language and their expression. I kind of have my own imprinting of the one that I use, but then there'll be different ones that come through. So it's a very like new territory that's being explored, and I think it's really beautiful. Some people sing light language, do you know what I mean? So, but it's generally, yeah, it's generally kind of like more of a vibrational frequency that works on the system and bypasses, you know, the conscious mind.
Yeah, exactly how it feels. Like you feel that it's a vibrational thing that works your body, your brain, and it does bypass, you know, our
It's
thoughts,
literally the new
you
healing
know,
technology
and it
for
just goes
humanity.
straight in.
That's what it is.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I think that med beds are going to be based on like vibrational sound and
Yeah,
vibration kind of
sure.
therapy, which can heal the body. And when you're doing your light language, I definitely feel that you're connecting to certain kind of specific hertzes that are penetrating and healing the body
Yeah,
on,
I
on
work
certain
on the nervous
levels.
system.
And
Yeah,
you
a lot of
said like
people
your
have been
nervous
very overworked
system
in the
is
nervous system. So
overworked.
circulation and nervous system, they made me clear. Yeah, it's interesting because when I do collective work on lives, it's always very similar themes that come up. It's the heart, the self-love, the sovereignty. Sometimes I'll do like, you know, higher chakras and whatnot. Sometimes the grounding, but general like activations of empowerment and things like that. And then you have the circulation, the nervous system. So it's nice that, you know, it comes through also in English, so people can understand a little bit what I'm doing and what's going on and what's coming through, you know. So yeah, so that's quite interesting. I used to only channel light language, and then in the years, you know, with practice and, you know, my channel has evolved and it's still changing. Like there's always like, you know, new activations, new things coming through. Like I'm like the biggest student because I keep on learning so much on this beautiful journey and experience, and like there's never like a dull moment. Not one transmission is the same as the other. So it's yeah, it's very beautiful to see how this medium is evolving and assisting people all over the world. When I started channeling light language and posting videos back in 2018, I think you could count the light language channelers online in two hands. I think, and now there's like thousands of people. I've seen it kind of like grow exponentially. About 25 to 30% of my clients activate in light language. So it's really beautiful to see and to get that activation through, you know, into people, and they go off and then activate others, and then it just all carries on like that.
Beautiful, beautiful. You know, you were carrying the torch for a
That
long
was
time, and now it's like
the mad
spreading
one
like
for a while.
wildfire.
Hey?
Great job. At least you were perceived to be by some.
There you
No,
go.
but
Thank
it's okay.
But Matt and genius often go hand in hand, so.
Beautiful, beautiful. So this was really amazing.
Thank you so
Yes.
This was really
much.
great.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your rituals with us. I think I'm going to add some of them to our list. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and your perspective on things with us and with the followers. And I'm sure people are enjoying it and will enjoy this video. Everybody, please thank Althea. Send her love. Send your blessings to Althea because she's doing an amazing job out there.
Absolutely.
She's out there and just bringing beautiful, beautiful codes into this world and helping heal people.
So many people.
So thank you so much. And everybody, don't forget, come to our Galactic Federation of Light.com page, learn about us, join our movement.
Be a part of it.
Be a part.
Also, I think we're going to be doing
one on the 23rd and then on the 6th as well. Yeah. So guide meditation. So guys, tune in. I'll probably be transmitting like I did last time from my Instagram, but it'll be live on YouTube, Facebook. I think there's a lot of, so there'll be like language and clearing. And I think we kind of work organically. What comes up, but I think the one on the 23rd will be like maybe 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or something like that. Guys, thank you so much for having me. And for everyone who doesn't know me or doesn't know my page, you can just find the link to everything that I offer in my bio. I've got a collective healing coming up, 45 minutes of channeled light language, only $12. It's what I offer for the collective, and it really helps in supporting me. And then you guys get 45 minutes of, intense light language healing. And then I offer programs. I also take people through 6 weeks, 6-month programs. I do light language healings, Akashic clearings. You can just find everything on my link in my bio. Thank you so much again, for having me. Always a pleasure to see you guys. Go and check out their stuff. You can use the code light codes to get a free hat. And they've got when is your new stuff coming out?
In a couple weeks.
Couple of weeks, it's going to be on the website. We're going to send to you a package within the next week or so.
Yes.
So
thank you.
Expect beautiful things to come your way.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And by the way, Althea, the candle worked. The blue candle that you lighted.
Don't laugh at me because I did the same yesterday. I hopped on live and I didn't light anything and the sound went off and nothing was working. So they were like, are you retired? You've been doing it 2 years. Do you not remember how this works? And I was like, sorry guys. And so I lit it and today was the same. So it's just a gentle reminder for myself as well. Okay, I'll see you soon. Thank you guys. Bye.
Beautiful.
Bye.
It works. Blessings, dear. Good night.